Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Questions with Matt and Mark. Every week we cover just 1-2 questions that are kind of hot topics. Mark, I'll let you start this week.
Yeah, so first question's around unemployment. So we saw initial unemployment claims tick up last month. Why might that be, and how could we expect this to evolve over the next few months?
Yeah, I'll take the big picture part of it first. That's going to be the easier part of it. In my opinion, viewers, unemployment, I think, is going to continue on a downward trajectory, especially as you start to see a lot of the extended federal unemployment benefits begin to expire. And with the amount of job openings we have, I think you're going to continue to see a trend in the right direction for the data. Yeah. As for last week, I think you're going to have situations where this is a job seekers market. And I think you're going to have more and more people jumping ship, trying to find that right place with the right benefits. Maybe it's proximity to where they live. But I would think last week was a little bit of a fluke, per se, because I do think the trajectory of the data continues to improve.
Yeah, and you're going to see spikes along that downward trajectory, but the main concern is that it doesn't spike way back up.
Yeah, the overall trend's going in the right direction, and that's what I would be focused on, but definitely it raised some eyebrows.
Right.
So I think it's noteworthy you brought it up. So my question, let's stay on the employment side of the equation. Let's assume for a moment, Mark, that data continues to improve from an employment standpoint. What are some of the more sensitive sectors of the market that do good or bad with that employment data?
Yeah, so I'll also start big picture, and the more workers that we have in our economy, then the faster goods and services can get out to the American people, right? So right now, while you're seeing so many delays and people are short-staffed at restaurants and stores right now, is because they can't get this product out because they don't have the workers to do it.
Yep.
So once we do reach back to those full employment numbers, I would fully expect that pretty much every sector across our economy is gonna, these tight supply chains are not gonna be as tight. You're gonna see the grip starting to loosen up, and things are gonna return to normal pre-pandemic, in my opinion. And really where I see this is transportation.
Yeah.
And manufacturing jobs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those manufacturing jobs at one point were lower paying jobs, and I think that these employers have to step their game up to attract workers to come back to push this product out.
And retain the ones they have.
Right, so I think you're going to see these numbers reflected over the next several months and into early 2022 when we see these manufacturing numbers pick back up when employment gets back to full.
I mean, to build upon that, because I think it's such an important topic for the viewers to hear, we have short-term high prices in a lot of goods because of supply constraints.
Yeah.
And I am in the camp of economics that say as people go back to work, those supply chains should begin to normalize. More supply, if you think about it from an economic standpoint, should normalize some of these prices.
Prices should come down.
I'm in that camp as well.
Yeah.
All right. Viewers, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Questions with Matt and Mark. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we'll see you then.